What drives a person to start an 8-year-long quest? Local filmmaker Robin Lung shared her experience at a screening of her documentary, Finding Kukan, at the Pacific Aviation Museum on Ford Island.
Well, my biggest motivation was to profile a woman from Hawaii who was like myself, a Chinese-American woman, who was inspirational. And at first I couldn't think of anyone, and that was really disturbing. And when I discovered this amazing character named Ling-Ai, I thought, well, why didn't I know about her when I grew up? And the rest of the world should know about her.
Ms. Ling-Ai produced the 1941 film Kukan, which documents China's resistance against Japan during World War II. But it was director, writer, and cameraman Mr. Ray Scott who received an Academy Award in 1942 for the film. Ms. Lung wanted to bring Ling-Ai into the spotlight with her own film, Finding Kukan.
My biggest challenge in making Finding Kukan was that so much of the story that I wanted to tell had been lost over time. When I first discovered Ling-Ai, it was in 2009, the beginning of 2009. So it's really been an 8-year journey for me.
The journey to find Kukan was difficult. For one, Ling-Ai had passed away in 2003. So Ms. Lung had to gather accounts from people who knew her. Besides the research, she had to find technical support and funding for the film. Two things helped Ms. Lung pull through: perseverance and the help from editor, Ms. Shirley Thompson.
Editing the film Finding Kukan was really a challenge because we always were editing in little short stints. We had to work for only 2 weeks because that's all the funding we had. And so we would work and edit as fast as we could, and then we would have to stop. And then Robin would go away sometimes for 2 or 3 months. I wouldn't see her. And then she would come back with like another pile of money, and we would have to edit again. So every time I would start up again, I would have to remember, it's like, what were we doing the last time we were working on this?
Despite the challenges, they refused to give up. In 2016, Finding Kukan premiered at the Hawaii International Film Festival. Ms. Lung's dream could finally be shared with the world.
It's been a long process, 8 years, and now after finishing the film, now she's starting to promote it. She's still going to film festivals. So I'm very proud of her. I think it's great.
With Finding Kukan, Ms. Lung hopes to not only share a once untold story, but also encourages others to do the same, no matter how difficult it may be.
And telling stories. The film, I hope, will survive in classrooms and be taught in a lot of colleges and high schools, and so people will find out more about this woman from Hawaii, but also the importance about documenting stories and telling stories within their community. So I hope in 10 years' time it's still being shown in classrooms and inspiring students to tell their own stories.
This is Jasmine Palmixai from Aliamanu Middle School for HIKI No.